Most people think dashcams are only for insurance claims, but sometimes they capture moments that are disturbing, unsettling, and impossible to forget. Moments that happen without warning. Moments that leave more questions than answers. Today, we're looking at some of the most disturbing things ever caught on dashcam footage. Not because they're shocking for entertainment, but because they remind us how unpredictable the road and life can be. The first clip begins on an ordinary stretch of highway. Traffic is light. The sky is clear. Nothing seems unusual. Then, in the distance, something appears in the road. At first, it looks like debris. But as the car gets closer, it becomes clear it's not an object at all. It's a person, standing completely still, facing oncoming traffic. Drivers slow down, unsure of what they're seeing. Just seconds later, the person suddenly moves, causing cars to swerve and brake hard to avoid impact. No one knows why the person was there. No explanation was ever given. But the footage ends with one chilling thought. If the driver had been distracted for even a second, the outcome could have been very different. Another dashcam clip shows a quiet residential street late at night. Streetlights flicker. There are no other cars around. As the vehicle turns a corner, a figure appears at the edge of the road. They're walking slowly, too slowly. Their movements seem unnatural, almost mechanical. The driver hesitates. As the car passes, the figure suddenly turns and stares directly into the camera. Their face is visible only for a moment. Then they disappear into the darkness between houses. The driver later said they felt watched long after the encounter ended. Nothing happened. And that somehow made it even more disturbing. In another recording, a driver is stopped at a red light. Everything is normal until a car pulls up beside them. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary vehicle. But then the dashcam catches something strange. The driver of the other car isn't moving, not blinking, not reacting. The light turns green. Cars begin to move. But that car stays still. As the dashcam car passes, the camera captures the driver slumped over the wheel. Emergency services were later called. The footage cuts off before anything else is shown. Sometimes, the most disturbing moments are the quiet ones. One of the most unsettling dashcam videos ever recorded happened on a rural road. The road stretches endlessly in both directions. No houses. No lights. No cell service. The driver notices headlights behind them, but the car never passes. Minutes go by. The headlights stay the same distance back, no matter how fast or slow the driver goes. Eventually, the driver pulls over. The headlights stop too. Then, without warning, they turn off completely. The driver waits. Nothing happens. After several minutes, the headlights never return. There was no exit road, no place for the car to turn, and no explanation for where it went. Another clip shows a car driving through heavy fog. Visibility is almost zero. The driver is moving slowly. Suddenly, a shape appears directly in front of the car. The brakes slam. The figure stands motionless in the fog. It looks human, but something is off. Its posture is unnatural. Its arms hang at strange angles. The driver honks. The figure doesn't react. Then, just as suddenly as it appeared, it steps backward and vanishes into the fog. The driver later said they turned around immediately, but there was no sign anyone had ever been there. Dash cams have also captured moments that are disturbing because of how close disaster came. In one video, a child suddenly runs into the road chasing a ball. The driver stops just inches in time. The silence afterward is overwhelming. No screaming. No chaos. Just the sound of a car idling and the ball rolling away. Sometimes the footage we can't forget is what almost happened. In another clip, a driver records a strange vehicle parked on the side of the road late at night. Hazard lights are flashing. The driver slows, intending to help. As they approach, the car doors are wide open. No one is inside. No sign of a breakdown. No sign of an accident. Just an empty car, abandoned in the dark. Police were notified. The owner was never located. One of the most disturbing dashcam recordings shows a normal commute during rush hour. Traffic is heavy. Everyone is impatient. Suddenly, a car ahead swerves violently. Drivers react just in time to avoid a chain collision. When reviewed later, the dashcam shows something terrifying. The driver of the swerving car had suddenly lost consciousness. No warning, no visible cause. It's a reminder that on the road, control can disappear instantly. Perhaps the most chilling dashcam footage is the kind where nothing technically goes wrong. No crash, no confrontation. Just a moment that feels deeply wrong, a person standing where they shouldn't be, a car that follows too long, a road that suddenly feels unsafe. Dashcams don't just capture accidents. They capture the thin line between normal and disaster, between safety and chaos, between what happens and what almost does. Every one of these recordings shares something in common. They happened on ordinary days, to ordinary people, who had no idea their drive would turn into something unforgettable. So the next time you get behind the wheel, remember this. Stay alert, stay present, and never assume the road ahead is predictable. Because sometimes the most disturbing moments are the ones no one sees coming. If you want more videos exploring real moments caught on camera, subscribe. These stories aren't meant to scare you. They're meant to remind you how quickly everything can change.